Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Michael Shea, Transworld Business Advisors. I wanted to show you something I discovered inadvertently the other day. And for a lot of businesses, it's not going to be applicable. But I do think that it's really, really important, no matter what kind of business that you're in, that you watch the AI and you pay attention to the releases. Hell, when you're having your coffee in your morning, um, go to your app store, maybe you start following artificial intelligence in your news, specifically Chat, GPT, and Anthropic, which is Claude, and then Gemini. There's a war going on, and they're racing to become more and more creative. So I have done Notebook LM demonstration, but Gemini is that's the Google tool. It's moving forward, and they released something the other day called Storyboard or Storybook, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time showing you what happens, but basically it can now make a cartoon storybook like you would give to a child if you gave it a piece of information. So I took a PowerPoint I had done on exit planning and I loaded it and it crafted out this strategic storybook. So I'm going to open the book and show you what it looks like. So there's the book. And as you click through, you can read the story. So obviously my clients are going to be older people. They're not going to want to read notebooks, but you never know. Some people like different handouts. The other thing, by the way, it does it in audio. So listen to this. Come on.
Silas looked at his practice and saw a trap, but the
Yeah.
ripple didn't
So
stop there.
it'll talk to you through it. You can also share a link. You can also download it to a PDF. Now, the PDFs are very, very large. Um, but it got me thinking. It got me thinking of how you could share it, how you could use it as a marketing tool. So imagine this. Imagine you have a daycare center or you have a tutoring center and it's Christmas time and when a child comes in, you collect all their information and you do their initial testing as a student and you want to give them something unique just before Christmas. And maybe you craft a short story in PowerPoint or on a one-page piece of paper, and then you load it and you ask this tool to create a storybook about the progress and successes that the child made. And then you convert that link into a QR code, and when you give the child a gift card and a Christmas card when Christmas comes along, say it's mid-season of their academic calendar, they get a little storybook. Imagine the impression and emotion that's leveled. And I'm thinking about experiential type consumer events. You could do something like a Build-A-Bear. When I had little kids, we would go to the mall and they could build their own teddy bear. Imagine they could have gotten a digital version of the story of their bear that they created. They could sit at a computer, write a story about their bear. The person who's checking them out could load it into a storybook and then email it to their mother, and then the mother could hear the story that the kid created along with the bear. So those are two things I thought of just immediately. Imagine you're a cleaning service and it's Christmas time, and you're inside someone's home and you know the children's names, and you want to send something special to the family and make an impression of kindness to the child. And you write a story and it's included in the Christmas cards you give out or the birthday cards that you give out. I think my point is that these are tools that you can use from an offensive marketing standpoint, but also from an insulating standpoint. When you do something like that, it certainly overcomes anything you might miss. Say you're a cleaner again and you have a sub in there and they don't do a good job. Well, the emotional and the caring and the effort that you do for things like this that make an impact on a family certainly makes it harder for them to fire you or get upset with you when you've built a relationship. So the lesson is there's always evolution. This tool will change. I can imagine it's going to be evolved into coursework. Um, and I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic opportunity to the business owners that use it as a force multiplier. And that's the key. These are tools that are going to allow you to become creative um, and become a whole lot more d dangerous to your competitors. I hope you have a great day.